Good morning everyone, I'm Giulio Gasparin, and for today I will be your in St Moritz exploring the slopes for 2017 Ski World Championships. This is not really a slope, it's been created only for this downhill, and it is very steep to create speed before you catch on this first flat here. Don't be deceived that we say it is flat, but there's plenty rolls and waves, and it gets very technical when it comes to adapting to all of these movements. Yeah, as we said, it's a continuous adaptation to all of these waves here, and this is the key for this slope because it's not the most technical in terms of steepness, but it gets very interesting when it comes to adapting to all of these rolls and waves and jumps because it's full of blind gate, and this is the crucial part in order to achieve good results here. Now, here the training for the team event is taking on later, but you can see how steep, and again, all the rolls, and it's very fascinating. Now, coming out to the flat, this is the view you get. It's pretty stunning, but athletes cannot be distracted because it is one another roll and one another time they have to remember. Now we're approaching the start of the GS, and this is where the most technical section arrives. Once again, lots of rolls, lots of movements, but most of all, it's very steep here. Now, we are very high on the sea level, and there's no vegetation around here, so one of the most influencing factors is always wind, and that's why the snow is always very icy. Now follow me down and listen to the sound of my edges, just to hear the ice. Now, as you expect, the GS slope is closed because they need to race tomorrow and the day after. But the slope on the side is very similar, so we're going down that path. Now we are out of the GS start, and look, this is the steepest section of the whole slope. It's unreal, looks like a wall coming down. Now let's try a couple turns here. You can see the speed increasing immediately. Now the steep part is fundamental to get the speed to get out of this flat section, but once again, it's not easy. There's plenty of rolls to adapt to. The ending section is not as easy as one can guess, especially for the women's slope coming from the left side. It's pretty complicated. Basically, what you get out of the flat that we've seen before, there are 3-4 rolls and some lateral steepness that's very complicated to adapt to. The men's final section is a little bit easier, I would say, in terms steeper, but you don't have as much rolls and no lateral steepness, so easier. All in all, I believe these are very good downhill courses and Super G courses, interesting for GS and slalom as well, as we've seen with the races so far. So yeah, this is not the steepest slope of the year, but for sure is one of the most complicated to remember with all the rolls and all the waves and the jumps, so great fun. Finally, I hope you enjoyed this tour, and again, as for now, I will try and enjoy one run for explanations.